It's time for boys high school soccer on the NCW Life channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Now, let's go to the pitch for live high school soccer. Alongside Matt Wisen, here's Sebastian Moraga.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wildcat Stadium here in East Wenatchee for tonight's encounter between the Moses Lake Chiefs and your Eastmont Wildcats. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me, as always, is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, the record tells one story. Moses Lake winless, not a single victory on their ledger. Eastmont, only one defeat on their ledger, but a man is dangerous when he's hurt. So Eastmont should not take this one lightly.
No, never take it lightly. You see it at teams everywhere. They have a tendency to take their foot off the pedal, play down to their level of competition. I'm sure Eastmont's concerned about that tonight. Talking to them a little bit prior to warm-ups, they seem loose, they seem ready. And I'm sure Coach is well aware of the possibility of them relaxing a little bit tonight.
Absolutely. When we come back, we will have a quick interview with the head coach of the Wildcats, Vidal Hurtado, the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCW Live channel. Don't go away. With All-Star in the background, we are back here at Wildcat Stadium for tonight's encounter between the Chiefs of Moses Lake and the Eastmont High School Wildcats. Next to me is the head coach of said team, the home team tonight, the Wildcats of Eastmont, Coach Vidal Hurtado. Thank you for being with us. And on paper, this looks like a mismatch, but there is something to play for tonight without a doubt, no?
Absolutely, yeah. Every game, we got to come out and play hard. So I don't read too much into the records. So we're just going to come out and play hard, play as fast as we can, and hopefully finish a good game.
Mr. Wisen.
Looks like you might have actually got a player or more coming back tonight from some health issues. What kind of boost does that give your team? What kind of going into the second half of your season?
Yeah, I would say our roster is kind of short. We don't have a lot of depth, and just having extra numbers is just going to allow us to play harder, play faster, and be able to sub if we need to.
How's the team been looking this last week? You able to progress and add anything to your training?
Yeah, we worked on set plays, tactical awareness as well, being able to make good decisions on the ball and make good runs off the ball. So we use this week to work hard, conditioning as well, and yeah, we're prepared.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach Hurtado. Always a pleasure. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, the keys to the game, and a whole lot more here on NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here in beautiful East Wenatchee, Washington. We just had the Star Spangled Banner, and now both teams are huddling up on opposite ends of the midfield line. And my Wisen, you were saying that this could cost them in the end, especially dropping some points here at home. That means they're going to have to go after those points on the road more than likely.
Yeah, definitely. You want to have that top seed going into playoffs for sure, and Eastmont's got a great chance of doing that. They've got at least one game over everybody else in the loss column. So, and I don't expect Eastmont to really come out flat. I think they're sensing that. They did get Christian Valtierra back from injury. This is his first game back this season. So they are gaining a little bit of depth and I think some momentum.
Absolutely. We're going to have the Eastmont Wildcats take care of business from right to left on your screen, decked in white tops, red shorts, and white socks. The visiting Moses Lake Chiefs decked almost entirely in black with some white trim along the sides of their uniforms. Rather quickly, the starting lineups for your Moses Lake Chiefs. As we hear the opening whistle, Jesus Santoyo, number 0. Number 1, the captain, Tyrell Garza. Santoyo's on goal. Number 2, Luis Oronia. Number 4, Raimundo Curiel. Number 7, Anthony Cortez. Number 8, Keenan Gubler. And as we see the shot across into the box, cleared away by the back line of the Chiefs. Number 11, Uriel Hermosillo. Number 12, Jackson Fair. Number 13, Jesus Tabuada. Number 14, Brandon Wood. Number 19, Alex Close. Head coach, Mr. Richie Ramirez. Throwing for the Chiefs. Garza. Hermosillo. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. Eastmont jumping onto the pitch with Vladimir Rishko, number 1, the goalkeeper. Number 3, Sebastian Aviles. Number 6, Edson Aviles. Number 7, Flavio Jair Espinosa. Number 8, Nate Martin Riley Balauro. Number 9, Sergio Bravo. Shot into the box, partially cleared away by the back line of the Chiefs. Number 9, Sergio Bravo, as we were saying. Number 10, Johan Daniel Espinosa. Number 10, Emmanuel Manny Lopez. Number 12, Giovanni Romero. Number 14, Cristian Camacho. Number 17, Tony Leon. The head coach, Mr. Vidal Hurtado. We're back in action now. A quick run making its way down the right stripe. Goes wide and out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake. Brandon Wood with the ball. We would like to thank our sponsors, Heritage Memorial Chapel, a funeral home for the heritage owned by a trusted friend, for their continued sponsorship of our broadcast here at NCW Live Channel. A bit of trouble there on the back line. Uriel Hermosillo struggling to get the ball out. Manages to do it. Tyrell Garza. Wood. Recovered by Eastmont. The tap away by Curiel. Doesn't quite work. Curiel, ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Eastmont. First of the game for either team.
So far, Moses Lake's looking pretty shaky back there on defense. And, yeah, just Eastmont's just going to have to settle down just a little bit more. And I think they're going to find the net.
Let's... Shot goes a wasting. It will be a goal kick for Moses Lake, and that gentleman right there, sporting number 0, is Jesus Santoyo, who in the roster issued by the schools appears as the junior varsity kick. He has been the starter for the varsity for the past 2 or 3 games, from what Coach Ramirez told me. Their regular starter, I should say, went down with some injuries, forcing Santoyo into the lineup, and then went down in the grade book.
Yeah, that's certainly likely. I was talking to one of my old players. I used to coach Tyrell Garza from Moses Lake, and he was telling me that they've definitely been plagued by the injury bug this year, and they have a pretty young team.
A quick give and go down the right side. And on the move is Espinosa. Flavio, the shot. Flavio! And it cannot connect with Balauro. Balauro just can't sink it in. That was harder to
golden opportunity.
That was harder to miss than to make right there, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, it just got stuck right under his leg as he was sliding in. Yeah, they'll get that. They'll get it, but that was a really tough one to miss.
Johan Espinosa. Lopez. Back to Espinosa. The quick chipper over the head of the defender. Shot to the heart of the box. Cleared away by Hermosillo. Trying again is Eastmont. Good ball. Johan Espinosa. See what the referee declares. That's going to be a corner.
Goal kick.
No, goal kick. Goal kick. I stand corrected. When we approach the 5-minute mark here at Wildcat Stadium in beautiful East Wenatchee, Washington. Chilly evening of soccer here on the east side of the bridge. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. We still, oh my goodness, look at that. We still have a great big bunch of fans showing up. I was a little concerned. 15 minutes, and I swear to you folks, 15 minutes before the start of this game, there was no one. Absolutely no one on the stands. Now we have a sizable contingent of fans on both ends. cheering for both Chiefs and the Wildcats. Quick run, nice move, into the box we go, shot across, and Mr. Santoyo, in a move that belies his youth, acquitting himself well early on under the 3-2 Smart Wisen.
Yeah, I was expecting to see that one go in. Johan told me before the game, he put him down for 2 goals. Said he'd try for a hat trick tonight, so we'll see. I think he's certainly capable of that.
Absolutely. Second corner kick of the game, both favoring the Eastmont Wildcats. As we have a quick substitution, it's number 19, Alex Close, taking a seat for Moses Lake. We'll tell you in a second who replaces him. Looks like number 20, but I'm not certain as of yet. It is number 20. The header goes wasting. Balauro cannot connect. The player on the field right now is Alexis Osuna, number 20 for Moses Lake. There is Vladimir Rishko. Let's see what the referee has determined.
Just out of bounds.
Out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball, and it is. There's the throw-in. Garza, recovered quickly by Lopez. Lopez and Sergio Bravo. Bravo, into the box it goes. Shielded by Mr. Curiel. And Santoyo with the stop. 6 minutes, 56 seconds into this first half of play. Oronia. Hermosillo. Osuna. Under siege by Bravo. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Chiefs.
Moses Lake really struggling to get that ball out of their own end. They're just not really doing much off the ball movement and not giving the player on the ball any options.
Romero. Up the line, recovered by the Chiefs. That is Garza, the captain. One of the captains, I should say. Interesting maneuver by Taboada. Taboada with some room. Opening the game up. Fair, the shot, and it dances past Mr. Rishko. Interesting maneuver there by Moses Lake, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they had 2-on-1 there, and I was expecting to see them have a little better look at goal than that. I think that ball needed to come in a little earlier than when it was played, and played it to his wrong foot.
Rishko. Recovered at midfield by Moses Lake. Nice move there by Hermosillo. Oronia. Pushed upfield. Over is Camacho. Camacho and Tony Leon. Scooped back by the Chiefs. That one is Josue Rodriguez. Taken back by Manny Lopez, leaves one behind, tries for 2. Opening the game up on the right side is Flavio Espinosa. To him it goes. Flavio, right-footed shot. Go, 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 go! Goal, Eastmont Wildcats. 9th minute of play. Flavio Espinosa makes it 1-0 for the home team.
Yeah, that was a great run. You saw as soon as that ball got turned over, Flavio got on his horse and got out wide. Eastmont was just running, and Moses Lake had a really difficult time of controlling that one. Flavio did an excellent job of putting that ball right where he needed to.
Anthony Cortez. Hermosillo. And Fair. Fair back to Hermosillo. Curiel. Swept away with a bit of urgency there by Sebastián Avilés. Throw-in for the Chiefs. Tyrell Garza. So where and when did you coach Garza, a Moses Lake kid?
2 years ago for Wenatchee FC.
Oh.
Yeah. I had Moses Lake and Quincy kids. I had just about any community within 2 hours, kids coming out of to be on this team.
I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Tyrell Garza. And was he did he have good attendance to practice? Because that's a tough commute sometimes.
Oh, it was. That's the challenge of Premier and Select soccer
Garza,
at that
good
age.
shot. Into the box we go. Getting that right foot ready. Blocked by the defense. Trying again with the left foot. The shot. Goal, 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 goal! Goal, Moses Lake. 11th minute of play. And it looks like Anthony Cortez, the leading scorer for this team, has made it 1-1. Matt Wisen.
Yep. Anthony Cortez was one of my guys as well. Yeah, Eastmont kind of fell asleep on the back door there, and that was a great ball and a great finish. Just got to keep your head up and know who's around you.
We got a game here, folks. We got a good one early on. 11 minutes. We're tied at 1. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick for Moses Lake. First corner kick of the game for the Chiefs, 3rd overall. And with 11 minutes 23 on the clock, the Chiefs will try to basically surprise most everybody on this side of the bleachers.
Yeah, I think Eastmont hopefully got the wake-up call on that last goal and said that they need to bring their lunchbox to work today.
There's a shot. Punched away by Rishko, but dangerously so. The shot bounces around, no major problem. And with 12 minutes on the clock, we will take this goal kick by the Wildcats. Having a little bit of trouble against a Moses Lake team that came into East Wenatchee with 10 games on their ledger. Not a single win. 0-10, 0-7 in league. But I tell you, they don't play these games on paper, folks. You got to show up, get your best 11, and give it your best try. And so far, Moses Lake seems to be doing just that, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Eastmont really is in control of this game. I mean, that was one little play that just got away from them. We'll see. Moses Lake looks like they're doing more kicking and kind of confused there in the middle of the field, and especially defensively. So if Eastmont can keep that ball in the middle third and they're attacking third, they should be just fine.
I do agree with you. I think Eastmont is definitely setting the pace. But I do think that Eastmont is allowing Moses Lake a little bit too much freedom, especially in the final third.
Yep.
13 minutes, 3 seconds. Into this one, Mr. Rishko rolls right up the middle. Manny Lopez, he's got some speed, leaves one behind. Balauro, marked by Oronia. Balauro, shot across into the box, and the header by Raimundo Curiel tells us that there's another corner kick coming in favor of the Eastmont Wildcats. 3rd of the game for the gentleman in white, 4th overall.
That was dealt with pretty well by Moses Lake. They made a mistake, and most of them were facing their own goal when that ball came in. And that's a hard ball to handle when you're facing your own goal. And he did pretty well getting it out of play above the goal.
Corner kick for Eastmont. Far corner of the 6, cleared away. The shot, and it stopped, and it goes in. It goes in. It is an unfortunate situation for Moses Lake, but Manny Lopez's goal goes in after it bounces off a defender, number 2, Luis Oronia.
Brilliant shot. And I was watching the keeper warm up, and he was giving up some dribblers and having a hard time picking that ball up quickly. And I think Eastmont got the message to shoot and test him.
Oronia was just so close. He's going to have nightmares about that particular play tonight, folks. He was very, very close to saving that ball from going in, but instead it's Mr. Manny Lopez getting the high fives for what, like you said, was a very, very smart shot. Whistle on the play, foul called. The own goal happening in the 14th minute of play. So 2-1 lead for the Eastmont Wildcats. A quick shove right in front of the referee, and that is not a good idea. And there's the yellow card that proves it. Mr. Tyrell Garza who has a bit of a reputation, you were telling me early on, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, he's a hard tackler, and my players hated. They didn't hate playing with him, but they were always icing their feet down after training because he was more often than not leaving some stud marks on their toes and shins and ankles.
Mr. Bloody Cleats, huh? There's a pivoting header and the stop by Mr. Santoyo.
I wouldn't say he's a dirty player, but he's definitely a hard tackler, and he had a knack for finding people's weak spots on their toes.
Sergio Bravo. Ball goes out of bounds, and we have a player warming up for Eastmont. It is number 5. It looks like Emmanuel Mendoza. Emmanuel Mendoza warming up for the Wildcats. I've completely lost sight of the ball. Oh, there it is. 60 minutes, 11 seconds. Eastmont leading Moses Lake in an entertaining first half here at Wildcat Stadium. That's a bit of a dangerous touch there. Mr. Santoyo has to come up and take care of it, and barely does. Scooped back by Eastmont, the shot, and that is the 3rd goal of the day. 2nd, and this one is Manny Lopez's. No, Johan Espinosa, I beg your pardon.
Showing a message off to somebody here.
Feliz cumple, mama. Happy birthday, mom. Happy birthday, mom. How about that? How about that? There's a very happy lady on the stands right now. Johan Espinosa with the tally for Eastmont's 16th minute of play. Make that the 17th minute of play. And it's 3-1 Wildcats. That was a mistake by the back line there, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, and they gave up a penalty kick. Oh, almost gave up a penalty kick right there as well. The keeper's not taking command of his box very well and making some errors as well. If I'm Moses Lake, I'm definitely, whenever he comes out, I'm definitely sending a guy to cover that line.
There's Espinosa, Mendoza, I beg your pardon. Replacing Cristian Camacho, number 14. Feliz cumple, mama, just like in the pros with messages on the undershirt. Romero. A quick touch back to Romero, upfield across the midfield line. Scoot back by Hermosillo. Romero. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a goal kick for the Moses Lake Chiefs. 18 minutes, 15 seconds. Into this one with the Wildcats leading 3-1. Only one on the wall, that would be Mr. Bravo. Keeper, the header and the stop. It was actually an Eastmont player that headed that ball.
Yeah, that's got to take a lot of trust in, to do that ball.
It was Sebastián Avilés, number 3.
Very well done. Very risky move, but very well done.
Manny Lopez trying to connect with Tony Leon, doesn't quite work. Trying again is Mendoza. And the stop by Santoyo.
Caught that ball way low too. That was another goalkeeper error. He got the ball, but he needs to catch that ball above his head. Otherwise, Eastmont's going to pick up on that and put that right in the back of the net next time.
Lopez, good through ball. Balauro looking up. Balauro, right foot. Through ball doesn't work. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls. He has something to say to somebody. It looks like a player from Moses Lake is accusing some kind of injury to his face. They're going to check on him. They're going to play ball to the ground, it looks like. And just as quickly, Mr. Giovanni Romero will take a seat, replaced by number 15, Christian Valtierra, with the first minutes of play in his season, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, it's great to see him in. Christian was one of my better players the last couple of years, and he's such a great kid and very hard player, tough kid.
What was his injury?
It was his meniscus, sprained meniscus.
Oh, that's a tough one, Mark. That's a tough one.
Quick update from West Valley.
Let's hear it.
We got 14 minutes left. I believe it's in the first half. West Valley just scored, so it's 1-0 West Valley over Wenatchee.
On the road?
At West Valley.
At West Valley, all right. 20 minutes, 53 seconds into this one. The score is still 3-1 Eastmont. Many thanks to Wenatchee Valley YMCA for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. The quick ball up the right side, recovered by Tony Leon, Valtierra. The quick stop, back to Valtierra, pushed upfield, Espinosa and Sergio Bravo. Bravo on the throw-in, Valtierra. To his left was Aviles. He chooses Bravo. And there's Aviles. Taken back by Moses Lake. Leon. Good ball. Leon into the box it goes. Referee says play on. Taken back by Eastmont. Flavio Espinosa. Flag is up. Let's see what the referee calls. It should be a free kick, it looks like. Free kick for
Eastmont.
Eastmont. And
just kind of held him up a little bit there, and too much. He was just continually being fouled. And
22 minutes, 14 seconds, and we already had 4 goals, folks. 3-1 lead for the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4 jerseys in the box, white jerseys that is. The ball to Flavio Espinosa doesn't prosper. A quick counter in the making for Moses Lake. Ball gets a little bit away, and he's being held, clearly held. Whistle on the play finally. As the Moses Lake player raised his arms as if to say, hey, is somebody going to blow the whistle or what?
That was a strange looking progression.
That was indeed. That was number 18 for Moses Lake, Chaporda.
Moses Lake's in a tough spot. We'll back up a little bit a while ago where we're talking about those players making that travel out to train in Wenatchee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They really don't have a viable club team there for select,
which is amazing to
Premier,
me.
which is pretty amazing. Lots of players. They have a few clubs in the scattered area, but not much as far as top-level coaching and a legitimate club.
Quick, you want to go down the middle. I'm sorry, Matt. The quick shot by Mr. Balauro ends up in the hands of Jesus Santoyo. You were saying?
So they just don't get the number of players that Eastmont and Wenatchee have with the clubs we have in the Valley and the opportunities that our players have locally to train day in, day out with top-level coaches.
That is just amazing to me, because I coached in Moses Lake. I coached little kid soccer, and I tell you, those parks were packed week in, week out with players. The fact that it just ends there, it's just absolutely amazing. But then again, like you said, perhaps it's a lack of coaching that's causing that.
Coaching,
because the facilities are there.
It takes, they have facilities. They've got some decent facilities, but it takes It's a lot of work to run a club, and, and if you want to have top-level coaching and development at all levels, including developing coaches, it's a commitment, and it is a little bit of funding involved as well.
Absolutely. Moses Lake, not very successful in that regard, without a doubt. We're going to have a quick substitution. It looks like Mr. Pedrosa is getting ready to enter the game for the Wildcats. Yep. Replacing Tony Leon.
Number 18, Jesus
Pedrosa entering the contest. 24 minutes, 51 seconds in this first half of play. Moses Lake, a bit of a hurry there, clearing the ball up. Flag is up. And it should be Moses Lake ball. I did not see the infraction that the referee saw, but we're going to go with the experts on that one.
It was a professional foul. He did a good job of, he got him down low, hooked his arm a little bit, and held it in tight to him, so just kept him back from getting access through that line.
Left-footed shot. Chaporda. Chaporda, a bit of a funny kid. I was gathering information before the game, gathering the starters and all that. And then I went down the line talking to the players, saying, is this how you pronounce your name? Is this how you pronounce your name? And I read the list of names, and he looked at me and he said, is there a Ronaldo in there? Because that's me. 25 minutes, 53 seconds. So from now on, if he gets to score a goal, we're going to call him Ronaldo Chaporda.
Well, he might get a goal, but it'll be on the penalty kick line. It'll be on the penalty line if he's really Ronaldo, right?
The good ball that time by Manny Lopez and Santoyo. Living dangerously.
He took the keeper by surprise on that one. That was a really cheeky shot there, and excellent. I mean, that's a difficult shot to get off, and it was impressive.
Cortez, flag is up, and whistle, and it looks like we're going to have a card. Yes, indeed. Yellow card for Edson Aviles of Eastmont in the 27th minute of play. So one yellow card apiece, and Mr. Aviles will take a seat, will be replaced by number 12, Giovanni Romero.
It's for the Wildcats, number 12, Gio Romero.
Free kick coming for the Moses Lake Chiefs. Taking care of this one will be Ronaldo Chaporda. Chaporda, the shot. Trying to bend it like Beckham there. 27 minutes, 11 seconds into this one. Eastmont still leading 3-1.
Yeah, I was wondering why they're putting an in-swinger, a left footer.
Yeah.
In on that kick there. I think you have a little more success if you have an outswinger or a right footer who's going to bend that ball away from the near post towards the far post, make it more difficult for the keeper to handle if that ball is coming across the face of his goal. Something that Moses Lake needs to recognize a little bit.
Quick push upfield, trying to connect that time with Anthony Cortez. First on it is Vladimir Rishko, the goalkeeper. Players continue to arrive, not players, fans continue to arrive here at Wildcat Stadium. Thank you for being with us in this chilly evening of soccer from East Wenatchee. Sebastián Moraga on the call, and our soccer expert Matt Wisen, who's taking a rather interesting trip next week. He's not going to be with us for the Clásico, for Wenatchee against Eastmont, or Eastmont against Wenatchee.
Yeah, I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss watching those two teams go after each other again.
He's going to diminish the wild trout population on Lake Chelan one wet hook at a time.
Yeah, the good old Kokanee Derby, and it will be a good time with some guys out spending the weekend fishing, which I haven't done enough of lately, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. We will have our good friend Ed Navarro filling in. Ed Navarro, a longtime referee of soccer at many levels here in the Wenatchee Valley, who's like I said, a good friend of NCW Life. I'm going to talk to Eric Granstrom to see if we can do the broadcast in Spanish. I'm sure he'll love that idea. 29 minutes, 14 seconds into this first half of play, about 10 minutes away from the break. And despite the lead, if I am Vidal Hurtado, I have some things that I want my team to fix, without a doubt, no?
Yeah, Eastmont's getting a little bit anxious to score. They're kind of just they're being impatient in the middle of the field, and they're looking to go to their forwards and bypass their midfield a little bit much. I would tell them to be a little more patient and work the ball around, and just deflate all morale for Moses Lake, make them chase that ball, and then they'll have the game in hand.
It looks like they're putting a little too much faith on that long ball into that to make sure that perhaps Balauro or one of the Espinosa brothers can catch up to it. But when they're, there you go, another long ball, but the Balauro will not catch up to it. When their real bet would be, like you said, to connect plays, to string passes together, to keep possession of the ball, and to hope for, or actually to achieve a much better shot on goal, a much better look, so to speak.
Yeah, if you can string, if I can have my team string 5, 10, 15 passes together and then score, versus one pass, one goal, I'd personally prefer 15 and a goal. Just you're owning that other team just that much more, and it's a lot prettier.
It is, isn't it? Flag is up. Flag is up. Play continues. Flag remains up. However, now the referee looks at his assistant, and there's the whistle. That indicates that the action will belong to Eastmont. 31 minutes, 5 seconds. First half of play. There's the throw-in for the Wildcats. Taking care of it is Sebastián Avilés. Oh, it will be a goal kick, free kick, I beg your pardon.
So back to that multiple pass deal. It's still a goal one way, either way. But the thing is if the more passes you get, each pass is a victory on its own. So you're having multiple victories, multiple successes in that build-up versus one or two. So Moses Lake's trying to deny all these passes, and each time it happens, they fail, which adds up at the end of the game. And the more failures you can rack up, the quicker, the more demoralized they're going to get.
The free kick coming for Eastmont, number 11, Manny Lopez. The touch for Johan Espinosa. Marked by Jackson Fair. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Eastmont. Fourth corner kick of the game for the Wildcats. 5th overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5 white jerseys inside the 18.
Versus 8, I believe.
Yeah, all but 2 field players. And the ball bounces around and cleared away finally by the Chiefs.
It's a good place for a short corner there when all those defenders for Moses Lake are stuck inside the box. Try and pull them out just a little bit and then swing it in.
Romero taken back by Chiefs. The heel touch by Cortez. That one is Mendoza. Across the equator we go. Johan Espinosa. There's Johan. Lopez. Swinging the ball wide. And across into the box we go. Trying again is Flavio Espinosa. The shot, Flavio. And a little trouble for the goalkeeper, Santoyo. Clearly, word gets around, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they watched him put it on the ground during warm-ups as well. So put that ball on it in his hands however you can, and then follow up.
There's Mr. Rishko showing a bit of skill there.
Vlad hasn't touched the ball very much tonight. He wants to get into this game a little bit and bleed some clock.
33 minutes, make that 34 minutes into this first half of play, with Eastmont leading Moses Lake 3-1. Thank you for joining us, and please do not forget that tomorrow at 2 p.m. we're going live with Wenatchee boys lacrosse action against North Central, with Rod Higley and Jimmy Sherrill on the call here on NCW Live Channel. And then a few hours later at 7 p.m. we will have the April 4th game of the Wenatchee Wild hockey team against the Trail Smoke Eaters, Game 5. If you want to relive all the action, make sure to tune in to NCW Live Channel. Quick run down the right side. It was Flavio Espinosa being marked by Osuna. Osuna clearing the ball up, pushing it way upfield for Torres. And then ultimately, Mr. Rishko. 34 minutes It's going to be 35 there, 35 minutes. And Mr. Rishko still in possession of the ball. Mendoza, marked by Shaporda. Mendoza and Romero. Romero and Lopez. Lopez and Romero once again taken back by the Chiefs. This could be dangerous. Cleared away by Aviles. Aviles looking for his Bravo. Bravo. Scooped back by the back line of Eastmont. Rishko. Rishko. Shaporda putting some pressure. Rishko all the way to midfield. The Chiefs recovering quickly. Not doing much with it though. Taboada. Hermosillo quickly triple teamed. Espinosa with some room. Espinosa. Espinosa. The quick touch. A bit too long for Pedrosa. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick. But there's also a substitution for both teams. We will have Cesar Mendoza and Cristian Camacho.
In for the Wildcats, number 13, Cesar Mendoza, and number 14, Christian Camacho.
And we'll tell you in a second who takes the pitch for the Moses Lake Chiefs. There's a throw-in. Defensive maneuver. A quick move inside the box, a bit of a dance there, left foot, the shot, and it kisses the crossbar. What a play that time by the Eastmont Wildcats, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, he did a great job keeping that ball on his foot. Shot it basically off his back heels, but that was really close to going in.
That was Flavio Espinosa with the shot. At midfield. Espinosa and Balauro. Balauro and Pedrosa all the way back.
I almost pulled a groin watching that there. I'm surprised he got that.
Cristian Camacho, number 14. Moses Lake putting it back in action. Cortez. Cortez, good move. Cortez, the shot, and field goal material. 37 minutes, 34 seconds into this first half of play, with Eastmont leading the Moses Lake Chiefs 3-1.
So we were just talking about Moses Lake and what it takes to develop a club and stuff like that, and some of the challenges. And if you're really successful in developing, and that's your strategy, you lose players and you lose staff, which is a good thing because that means they're progressing on to better, bigger and better places. Wenatchee FC just illustrated that by bringing a Neil Oyston, one of our friends of the broadcast, in. And
a quick move straight up the middle. This could be interesting. Into the box we go. Right footed shot, and it dances wide.
Right off the post there.
Anthony Cortez could have been his second personal goal and make things a lot interesting. Very interesting for Eastmont.
Yep. Yeah, so Neil came in, got his credentials, came in very green, but did wonders with the program, and always knew that he wanted to coach in bigger and better places. He loves Wenatchee as well, but got an opportunity to go down to California and coach for the surf program. So we are now looking for the next Neil. And congratulations, Neil, but that's what happens sometimes. We're happy for him. It's a great opportunity for him, and great success for Wenatchee FC to be able to do that for not only players but for coaches.
Quick touch up the middle. Let's not forget Paulo Seppi, who also coached in Wenatchee and now is coaching for one of the branches of Roma, of the AS Roma, the Italian first division team. He went up to coach in Canada for Pinnacle. A quick move into the box. The shot coming. He's going to run out of room, and I don't know how he made that. He looked like he was running out of room, and then the header by Balauro goes wide. I do not know how I pulled that off. But yeah, absolutely right. When you start building programs and they get noticed and they get success, it's very, very, very easy for other programs elsewhere to begin noticing them and start taking them to bigger and better opportunities, like you said. There is the whistle that tells us that this first half is officially research material. We're going to take a break with the Eastmont Wildcats leading the Moses Lake Chiefs 3-1. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Team that cannot help but feel proud of the support their fans are offering. Granted, it's Friday night, no school tomorrow, but still, it's a rather chilly night, and the fans have come out in sizable numbers.
Yeah, great crowd tonight. It's freezing. You gotta like the sport or have a kid out here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, but when it's just parents, the crowd is much smaller than this. I mean, there's got to be, there's classmates and friends.
Yeah, I love seeing all the kids out here.
Yeah, absolutely, and little kids, absolutely. With this music, they were dancing it out there. It was pretty cool. Folks, quick reminder, Sunday, April 15th, tax day, 12 p.m., Pasco and Wenatchee boys soccer, the game from April 4th with Matt Wisen and myself on the call. 2 p.m., this April 6th game, Eastmont Baseball hosting Moses Lake with Eric Granstrom on the call. At 5 p.m., Wenatchee Baseball against Eisenhower, the April 10th game with Eric Granstrom as well. And then at 7 p.m., we're going to go way back to March 13th for the Wenatchee against Quincy game with Matt Wisen and myself on the call as well. Then on April 17th, on April 17th, we're going to go live with the Wenatchee boys soccer team hosting the Eisenhower Cadets with, well, you know who and you know who on the call. And on Thursday, April 19th, Prince George at Wenatchee. The Wenatchee Wilds game 1 of their series against Prince George from April 13th. So lots happening here in the next few days, and a lot happening here in the next few minutes, because we're just about ready to start this second half of play. Moses Lake taking care of business from right to left on your screen, decked entirely in black, almost entirely, and the Eastmont Wildcats decked in white and red, doing their thing from left to right on a quick move into the box. And let's see what the referee calls. No call, and that disappoints Mr. Chaporda, or Ronaldo as it were. Perhaps he wanted to try that penalty kick you were talking about.
Yeah. No, there were some contact down in there, and props to Moses Lake for not going to the ground too easy there, because they certainly could have and put that in the referee's hands to call. And I think it was some contact.
I see a new energy in Moses Lake right now early on in the first half. Perhaps a bit of a pep talk by the assistant coaches telling him, hey, you can actually do something with these guys. You're in this contest. Come on, let's make him a little nervous early on.
Yeah, an early goal certainly puts his game on his heels a little bit and changes the story a little bit. So I'm sure Moses Lake is spending as much energy as they can right now to try and find that.
Mr. Rishko taking care of this goal kick as we have just started the second half of play, if you're just joining us, with Moses Lake and Eastmont battling it out here, with the Wildcats leading the Chiefs from Moses Lake 3-1. All 4 goals happening within the first 17 minutes of play. Let's see what happens in this second half. A quick run, rejected that time by Osuna. Trying again for the Wildcats is Espinosa, Johan Espinosa. Another try for Cortez. Oh, Chaporda needs to stay on side. Cortez! Oh my goodness, what a personal maneuver by Cortez. And Chaporda reminds him, hey, I was right open.
Wide open there. I'm surprised he didn't. I mean, he missed almost an easy goal by not taking that pass. But then again, Cortez just did some magic in the box and almost made Eastmont pay.
Beautiful stuff. Goal kick coming for the Eastmont Wildcats. 42 minutes, 30 seconds, 2.5 minutes into the second half of play. Just a quick reminder, this broadcast is brought to you by Wenatchee Valley YMCA for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Romero. A quick move to the left for Camacho. Up the field, connecting with Leon. Recovered by Moses Lake. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Chiefs. I don't know if it's because we're higher up here than we are at the Apple Bowl, but it feels like whenever we come up here, it's a lot colder than.
So there's no heaters up here either.
And no windows either. We're just wide open here.
But yeah, we are. You know, I think I saw some Sherpas packing some stuff up earlier.
A couple of St. Bernards there.
Yep.
But still, it's a beautiful view. You cannot be, well, I don't know if the folks in Wenatchee would agree with me, but it's a pretty beautiful view.
Oh, excellent view from up here.
There's a quick move down the right side. Flavio Espinosa being marked by Osuna. Flavio, the shot across, cleared away by the Chiefs. The ball looking for Chaporda. First on it will be Cristian Camacho. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball, and Eastmont having a little bit of trouble here early on, taking control of the actions the way they did at the beginning of the first half, Matt Weisen.
A little bit. Eastmont's holding mids are getting out of shape when they're attacking. And there's a big gap between their back line and they're holding them in. So Manny and Gio right now need to kind of keep that center locked down a little bit better. 10 to 15 yards max in front of the back line to stay connected, and when Moses Lake gets the ball, they can shut down that quick outlet pass to Tony, who's trying to get on the break.
Hermosillo opening the game up for Fair. There's Fair trying again. Hermosillo. First on it is Flavio Espinosa. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee has determined happened. It's going to be Moses Lake ball, it looks like. Yep, free kick for the Chiefs, who seem intent and taking the baton away from the folks in white and taking control of the actions early on. Ball into the box, and the stop by Mr. Rishko without major problem. Quickly on the move, Manny Lopez, Flavio Espinosa, good turn. Espinosa, back to Manny, gets past Manny, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball, and it is. 45-35 on the clock. Approaching minute 6 of the second half. Flag is up. It will be a throw-in when it looks like Mr. Flavio Espinosa wanted a foul called. I did not see anything illicit about that action.
No, that was a good stick there, and I think Espinosa had his balance off just a hair and went flying.
Dangerous play there. High kick called against Eastmont. Giovanni Romero, the man called for the infraction. 46 minutes 10. And once again, the Chiefs with an opportunity here, albeit a rather long distance type. There's the header by Lopez. Flavio Espinosa. The ball looking for Balauro. Interrupted by Osuna. Nice move that time. Espinosa. Osuna interrupting. Flavio persevering. Into the box it goes. The touch for Balauro, getting the left foot ready. Nobody there to connect. Cleared away by Fair. Tony Leon into the box. The shot across the face of the goal. Sent out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball, and it is. 47 minutes into this contest, 7 minutes into the second half.
My eyes are playing tricks on me. It looks like Flavio played that off of Moses Lake defender's leg.
Ball goes out of bounds, and now it's Eastmont ball.
But the air is pretty thin up here, so.
3-1 lead for the Wildcats of Eastmont against Moses Lake. A pivoting header and the flying Mr. Santoyo.
That's a nice header. Just missed high on that one, but he got his body around on that and made good contact.
I personally like the flight of young Mr. Santoyo. Let's not forget he's a freshman, so I like his athleticism on that play. I didn't like that goal kick at all, but that's just me. Torres rejected by the Wildcats. Scoot back by Hermosillo, pushed upfield looking to connect with Cortez. Aviles sending it to the throw-in. And it will be Mr. Jesus Taboada taking care of this one. No, he's going to delegate to Osuna. Hermosillo. Oh, mistake by the defense, and now Chaporda putting some pressure on Rishko. But Mr. Aviles, Sebastián Aviles, whiffed on that clearing, and Mr. Chaporda almost finds himself with a gift. Now the fandom wakes up a little bit. I don't know if they're just trying to keep their hands warm, but it was still nice to hear. 49 minutes, 9 seconds into this one, almost approaching the 10th minute of play here in the second half, with Eastmont leading Moses Lake 3-1.
A little better flight on that from the keeper, but they're not giving him any opportunity other than just to kick it as high and as far down the field as they can. The outside backs need to come out right on the line, about halfway between the end line and the center line, and spread Eastmont out. They're just hanging out in the middle in a tight clump, waiting for him to give up a 50-50 ball.
Espinosa and Espinosa, Johan and Flavio. And now the goalkeeper takes way too long to come out. We've seen that before tonight, haven't we, Matt?
Yeah, you don't want to do that because Eastmont can make him pay big time.
50 minutes. There it is, 50 minutes into this contest. We're going to have a throw-in for Eastmont. Folks, on April 20th, Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee will face off once again. There's the header and the stop by Santoyo. Long kick upfield, as I was saying. Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee. The Battle of the Bridge will take place right here. The second part of the Battle of the Bridge, and a good move that time, leaving one behind. The good through ball for Flavio Espinosa, and tries to do the give and go. It doesn't quite work, and Santoyo puts a stop to the danger.
A very unselfish play by Flavio. I'd almost like to see him be a little more selfish in that case and just let one rip.
Josué Rodriguez with the ball there, number 3. We're going to have a substitution here in a second for Eastmont. It will be number 9 entering the contest, Sergio Bravo, replacing number 6, Edson Aviles. Pushed upfield by Manny Lopez. I asked Manny, what's your middle name? He's like, I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to go with, well, what's your real name? It's like, is it Manny? It's like, no, it's Emmanuel. So we're gonna go back and forth between Manny and Emmanuel. There's another Emmanuel on the team, so that's probably why he goes by Manny. There's a quick give and go, top of the box, nice ball. Let's see if they connect the shot. Viene, go. Johan Espinosa for the Eastmont Wildcats. 52 seconds of play, and this one is a 4-1 lead for the home team. Matt Wisen.
Great give and go. Fantastic shot by Johan there to get that ball off his left foot and find a really difficult angle in behind the keeper, almost at a flat angle across the face, and then got it to cut in.
There's a shot, and the effort by Mr. Shaporda to surprise make that Vladimir Rishko doesn't quite work. Rishko with a goal kick. So let's see, Flavio Espinosa with 1, Johan Espinosa with 2, and the own goal that is at least 3/4 Manny Lopez's, but of course it didn't go in until Oronia nudged it in, so it goes into the books as an own goal. The 4 tallies for Eastmont here tonight. The 1 tally for Moses Lake. In the 11th minute, Anthony Cortez, his 4th personal goal, the leading scorer for the Chiefs. Quick run down the side by Cesar Mendoza. The touch for Flavio. It kind of escapes him a little bit. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for the Chiefs.
Hey, Johan got his second goal that he had me put him down for. Now he said he's going to go after a hat trick if he gets this 2. So we'll have to see him look for 3 now.
Does Eastmont have a game between now and when they play
Wenatchee a week from today? I believe they have a game. Let me just double check.
A quick run and a push from behind, whistle on the play, and I wouldn't be surprised if I see a yellow card here. No yellow card, just a free kick, and it will be Mr. Cortez taking care of it. 1 on the wall, even though he's far too close to the ball. And it's Manny Lopez on the wall. There's the ball, the header. Oh, good idea, good effort.
Great looking ball
by Torres of Moses Lake.
That was a really dangerous ball. And yeah, Eastmont plays at Davis next Tuesday before Wenatchee. So that's a tough lineup. Fortunately, if they find 1 more goal here, time to go to the bench and rest some of these players. And likewise, Wenatchee, last I heard, they were still down 1-0 at halftime, and so they're probably in the second half by now. I'll try and get some updates on that one.
54 minutes, 57 seconds, and looks like Mr. Hurtado heard you because he's got 2 players warming up right now. The head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats. We're back in action now with Rodriguez pushing it across the equator.
Wenatchee is home against Eisenhower.
Eisenhower will have that game for you here on NCW Live Channel
on Tuesday, and Eisenhower's a big physical team. Not doing all well. They won 4 games overall, but definitely, I think it was maybe a 1-goal game at Ike when they played last time, so that should be an entertaining game to watch.
There's Torres, pushed upfield for Garza. Garza looking for Cortez, and Mr. Rishko has to hit the deck to make a stop.
Yeah, Cortez is very dangerous in behind that line, and good job by Vlad to recognize that run and that ball in.
56 minutes into this contest, 16th minute of play here in the second half, with Eastmont leading 4-1 against a winless yet rather pesky and very hard-working Moses Lake squad. Chipper. Flavio Espinosa cannot connect, and it's Mr. Santoyo with the stop. Santoyo looking for Cortez. Instead, it's Giovanni Romero prevailing. Flavio Espinosa. A bit too long for Cesar Mendoza. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for the Chiefs. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls. Didn't care for that throw-in, did he?
In for the Wildcats.
Couple of substitutions. Number 5 for the Wildcats, Emmanuel Mendoza enters the contest. 57 minutes, 7 seconds now. Hermosillo and Curiel. Curiel and Fair. Taken back by the Wildcats. Tony Leon. Leon No whistle. Play continues. It should be a goal kick for the Chiefs. April 21st at 2 p.m. we will have live boys lacrosse action with Wenatchee. The Panthers facing a different type of Wildcat, the Mount Si Wildcats from Snoqualmie, with Rod Higley and Jimmy Sherrill on the call. Then at 7 p.m. we will have the April 14 playoff game between Prince George and your Wenatchee Wild. So lots going on, folks. You won't want to miss any of this action here on NCW Live Channel. There are the Chiefs moving the ball upfield. Rodriguez in a bit of a battle there. Swept away by Emmanuel Mendoza. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Chief ball. As we approach the 60th minute mark, we're right now at 58:30. There's Chaporda. Kicked away by Manny Lopez. Trying again is fair. Oronia doesn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball now.
Yeah, a little dip in Eastmont or Moses Lake's energy now. I think Eastmont was able to withstand that final burst.
The early burst,
second half, yep. Now, like maybe a little bit of a letdown by Moses Lake. Now, if Eastmont can just work on possessing this ball a little more, especially in their defensive third.
There's Johan Espinosa into the box. Oronia. Back to Espinosa. Right-footed shot into the box. Flavio. No call there. Pedrosa. All the way back. Top of the box. And Santoyo.
Corner kick out of that one. That was a good one. Good job getting around on that. Fearless job by the keeper to come out. Whenever I play keeper as a coach, which I hate doing because I always get battered. These guys can kick it hard. But it scares the heck out of me when these guys are barreling down on you and they're getting ready to rip a shot and you're within a yard or two from that ball and you know you're going to take one right in the chest or the chops.
60th minute of play. We're halfway through the second half with Eastmont leading Moses Lake 4-1. The corner kick will be the first one of the second half. 5th one overall by my count for the Wildcats. There's the shot. Flavio Espinosa, the header. What a beauty. What a beauty of a header, Matt Wisen. And this one is 5-1 Eastmont.
Excellent. He just picked that corner out. You see it all the way from up here where he saw the keeper was not leaving that back door wide open and just picked that out and put a perfect head on that ball.
5-1. And like you said, maybe this is time for Coach Hurtado to start emptying his bench to give his boys some rest, because what looms ahead, it doesn't get any easier. It's Davis and then the big one against Wenatchee.
Yeah, just time to start cycling through. You're going to kill some clock and cycle through, keep get some minutes up for your bench players.
Absolutely. Maybe later, if we have the chance, Matt, you have the technology right there. If we could look back at this as basically outstanding season so far by the Eastmont Wildcats, how they have built this outstanding record. If this result holds, from the looks of it, looks like it will. The record goes to an impressive 9-1, 7-0 in league, 9-1.
Yeah. They've had some quality wins. 4-3 over Central Valley. Central Valley beat Wenatchee in penalties. They handled Shadle Park 7-0. Their only blemish is against Gonzaga, which is, I believe, in the top of the GSL right now.
Gonzaga Prep. Yep.
Gonzaga Prep. They lost to Gonzaga Prep 1-0. They beat Moses Lake, the same Moses Lake team we're seeing tonight. They had struggled with them.
4-3.
Moses Lake 4-3. Then they turn around and beat Davis 4-3. That's when they're giving up those 3-goal games for a while there. And Coach said that they're working on their defensive shape, and it has improved some. And since then, they beat Sunnyside 4-1. West Valley 5-1. West Valley's given Wenatchee all they can handle tonight, and then Eisenhower 4-2. And here we are against Moses Lake.
I'm most impressed by their offensive firepower to be able to just put out 3-4, and plus goals every time out.
Number 15, Christian Baltiera.
Yeah.
Christian Baltiera getting some more minutes here against the Chiefs.
You know, the two brothers up there, chemistry that they've had since they were born, literally. They can play this game blindfolded and know where each other are. And then you see these guys just lighting Moses Lake up. Just so much offensive power. And Nate Bolero, Manny coming out from the backside and just really giving Moses Lake more than they can handle. They're not prepared to see a defender come up with that amount of
and a hard play that time. Let's see, are we going to see a card there? Because that was right at the face of the Eastmont player. No call. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I mean, even defenders are getting in the action and really causing trouble for these teams to defend.
We're going to have a free kick. It's like you said, you know, it's if you for some reason are able to neutralize Flavio, you got Johan to worry about. If you neutralize them both, you got Nate Ballaro to worry about. If you manage to put a guy on Ballaro and neutralize the other two, you got Manny Lopez, who can do wonders with the ball on his feet.
Yeah.
So, and the stuff starts falling out.
Every one of these players can score. I mean, Tony Leon's got a shot on him. Pedrosa's got a shot. Sergio Bravo. I mean, just it is an impressive lineup. Now, I'm still seeing some things. You know, defensively, their shape, their ability to play out of the back. It needs some work. And you know, I don't doubt that they're going to work on it though. So they're looking pretty good right now at this time.
And now Moses Lake, if this result holds, drops to 0-11 overall and 0-8 in league. But I have to say, this I was a little concerned that a quick run by Flavio Espinosa. I'll tell you more about it in a second. There's Flavio touching back for Mendoza. Cesar that time cleared away. There's Manny Lopez getting that right foot ready. Manny driving in.
Offside there.
Flag is up. None of that will count. It will be an indirect free kick for Moses Lake. I have to say, I was worried that Eastmont might take this team lightly. And despite the result, despite the 5-1, you can see both the talent that some of these players in black have, and also why this team is struggling so much.
Yeah, this is a very difficult league, and there really aren't any games that are easy. And so,
a quick move down the middle, into the box goes Chaporda. Flag is out. That should be an offside, and it is. It's number 5 for Moses Lake in an illicit position. That would be Mr. Dominique Gonzalez. You were saying, Matt?
Well, I said this is a really difficult league, and if you got a young team that's struggling with injuries and you're bringing new bodies in left and right, good luck. We see Wenatchee struggling this year right now, and that's really unexpected, but anything can happen. And even with Wenatchee's multitude of seniors, they're struggling. A couple of injuries and new bodies and maybe some overconfidence.
A quick run by Cortez. This could be interesting. He enters the box, right foot, the shot, goal, 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 goal. Moses Lake makes it 5-2. Second tally for Anthony Cortez. Beautiful shot, 67th minute. And it's 5-2 Eastmont.
Yeah, good shot. Anthony, he's not going to give up in this game, and he's going to keep finding some goals. And Eastmont's got to do a little better job of tightening up that back line and not allowing that penetration from Anthony so easily. He's been doing a lot of that on his own. against 2 to 3 defenders.
13 minutes, make that 12 and a half minutes until the end of regulation, and Moses Lake still showing a bit of a pulse. Of course, this game is still in favor of the Wildcats by 3 scores, but this is still looking to be a bit of a battle.
Yeah, you know, what do we say? Never rest on a 5-1 lead, right?
For the Wildcats.
So the game update from West Valley, 15 minutes left, getting physical. A few injuries tonight, again for Wenatchee, so unfortunately that's the case. The scoreline has not changed. Wenatchee's still down 1-0.
Any word on who's nursing the Owies?
Well, Jake's life just got hacked in the shin, so that's one thing. I'm not sure if he came off. We had a potential concussion for Pilo. I'm not familiar. I haven't seen that name before in the first half, and he has not gone back in yet. But I can't speculate.
Of course,
just got knocked, and you want to be cautious with anything there. And yeah, so Jake is walking off right now. Just lots of delays for various things. Hopefully, it doesn't get ugly.
68 minutes, 58 seconds into this one with Eastmont ahead 5-2 against battered, bruised, and yet still very proud and pesky Moses Lake squad. They are not giving up under any stretch of the imagination. Shot across, cleared partially. And then is Mr. Chaporda. The right-footed shot and the stop by Santoyo. Good effort that time by Manny Lopez, who wants that tally. He wants to see his name among the players who scored today.
He's working hard.
Yeah.
He has been a thorn in Moses Lake's side tonight.
The entire game, without a doubt. Yep. Cesar Mendoza. That one is Sergio Bravo, shading to his left.
What a
now
touch.
pushing uphill. Nice touch. Right-footed shot, and it dances past the upright. 70 minutes, 5 seconds. We enter the last 10 minutes of play now, and a corner kick coming for the Eastmont Wildcats. A quick recap of the scoring. It all started in the 9th minute with Flavio Espinosa making it 1-0 for Eastmont. The shot to the top of the box. Manny to the verge. Moses Lake tied it up in the 11th minute via Anthony Cortez. Then the 2-1 tally for Eastmont came via an own goal by Luis Oronia. The shot by Manny Lopez that went basically all the way to the goal line. And Mr. Oronia tried to keep it out, could not, and found himself the owner of an own goal. Then the 3-1 tally, 17th minute, Johan Espinosa. And that's how we went to the break. 4-1 tally came in the 52nd minute. Johan Espinosa again. There's the shot, and it goes over the crossbar and over the crossbar of the field goal posts. And then just a few minutes ago, we had Mr. Anthony Cortez in the 67th minute make this a 5-2 affair for the Chiefs and the Wildcats, with Eastmont ahead by 3 tallies. 71 minutes, 31 seconds in this contest. Hope to see you all on Tuesday when we have another soccer game. The Eisenhower Cadets from the Yakima area paying Wenatchee a visit at the Apple Bowl. 7 p.m. start time for that game, and it'll be interesting what kind of a Wenatchee team we see, Matt Wisen, especially in the hard knock type season they're having.
Yeah, they're experiencing some adversity. They're not going to go away easy. This is Eastmont Wenatchee game, so I don't have, it'll be an entertaining game. It'll be back and forth like it was last time, and I wouldn't be shocked if we went into penalties again, to tell you the truth.
There's a quick move by Cortez, who refuses to go quietly into that good night. There's Gonzalez. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Chiefs. And then, just like Matt said, Wenatchee against Eastmont right here at Wildcat Stadium, April 20th. We'll have that game for you as well, with Ed Navarro joining us for that broadcast. We're going to have a quick substitution. It will be number 7 for Eastmont, Flavio Yair Espinosa, taking the pitch, replacing Tony Leon.
Looks like Tony got a toenail stepped on or something.
Yep. There's Cortez, Hermosillo, and Wood.
Oh, he might be actually
taken back by the Wildcats. A quick run. Flavio into the box. The shot goes wide. He was being held a little bit. There was no call, and the shot goes wide. A couple of substitutions. No, just the one substitution for Moses Lake coming your way just now. 73 minutes, 39 seconds on the clock. Number 5 for the Chiefs, Gonzalez, takes a seat and will be replaced by Jackson Fair.
Actually, I just looked down on the bench. It looks like Tony just was cramping up. They were working on his calf a little bit.
Not surprisingly, in a chilly night like this. Kicked away by Fair. Scooped back by Johan Espinosa. The touch.
Moses Lake
Balauro.
not anxious to come out of that defensive shell inside their box and chase this ball a little bit.
Lopez. Espinosa, right foot. Lopez. And Espinosa with the shot. A bit of a high five there between Manny and looks like Balauro and Espinosa.
They're working to get Manny a goal.
Balauro off of the goal kick. Touch to the right for Valtierra. Switching left now. Emmanuel Mendoza. Sergio Bravo. Manny Lopez. Straight up field. Rejected by Wood. Trying again is Chaporda. Chaporda keeping it in bounds, cannot. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont ball. 75 minutes, 15 seconds into this one. 5 minutes, a little under 5 minutes until the end of regulation. If you just joined us, Eastmont is leading Moses Lake by a score of 5-2. Touch back. Put to the top of the box. Defensive maneuver by the Wildcats. Hermosillo. Hermosillo. Chaporda. Chaporda. Dragging some markers with him. The touch for Rodriguez doesn't work. Taken back by the Wildcats. This could be interesting. Trying to stay on side is Espinosa. First runner will be Santoyo. Manny Lopez. A quick give and go. Lopez. Espinosa on his right. Espinosa on his left. This could be interesting. Lopez.
Come on, Manny.
Lopez. Come on, Manny. Balauro. Balauro. And Wood taking it to the throw-in. 76 minutes, 30 seconds. And a throw-in for Eastmont.
And no need to rush this one here.
He's just walking.
Yep. And now you can wait for, was that Nate that went to go shag that ball? We can wait for Nate to take the field. And looks like Manny's going to throw towards the far post again here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white jerseys.
Man.
Pivoting header by Mr. Flavio Espinosa goes high, and it will be a goal kick for the Moses Lake Chiefs.
That was an impressive throw in there. He
showed some muscle there, yeah. Flavio Espinosa. Nice move, Flavio. The quick heel touch by Johan Espinosa. Alex close. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Eastmont Wildcats. A few folks have begun exiting the premises, but there's still a sizable amount of fans here at Wildcat Stadium. Santoyo. Dangerous stuff. Balauro and Manny. Manny and Johan. Back to Manny. Back to Balauro. Back to Manny. Manny, personal maneuver into the box. The shot and the stop by Santoyo.
Just missed that one. Right off, a little too far out in front of him.
Clock has stopped, so now it's up to the referee, Mr. Jesus Landa, and his two helpers, Ricardo and Jose Capi, to determine when this one is over. The heel touch by Espinosa. Johan, the shot across. And there's the sixth goal of the night. Let's see what the referee says. Yes, it counts. It counts. Looks like Sergio Bravo with the tally that time.
Yeah, good job getting around the corner, keeping that ball in. And yeah, Mosaic is just shell-shocked right now. They just can't find, they just want to see this clock expire.
That would be in the 78th minute. I thought it was Sergio Bravo, but now I have my doubts.
Crowd cheering on. They want to see that seventh goal.
6-2 the score. And a bit of a mistake here. Gonna enter the box, left-footed shot. He's gonna dance around. Is he gonna make it? Oh, it bounces off the upright. It bounces off the upright. My goodness gracious. That was the third goal for Moses Lake right there. That one's gonna give the coaching staff fits on the. That's gonna be the talk of the bus ride right there.
Now we can just see if we can get this ball into the corner and end this game.
Six to 2 the score. I tell you, if Moses Lake had scored a third goal, I'm willing to say the post-game talk by Coach Hurtado would have been much different than it's going to be.
Yeah, finishing games off is a bit of art, a bit of
it takes a skill. Yep, it takes a skill.
Wenatchee West Valley has gone final. West Valley wins 1-0.
Cortez refusing to give up. Jackson Fair taken back by the Chiefs. And there's the whistle that tells us that this is over with a score. Final score, Eastmont 6, Moses Lake 2. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do a quick recap of the action here at NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here in beautiful East Wenatchee, Washington, for a quick recap of the action that we have just witnessed. Eastmont taking this one by a final score of 6-2. The scoring started right and early in the 9th minute. Flavio Espinosa, 1-0. Tying it up for Moses Lake, Anthony Cortez, 11th minute. Second goal of the day for Eastmont was an own goal by Luis Oronia, Moses Lake defender, 2-1 in the 14th minute. Then the 3-1 came in the 17th minute with Johan Espinosa getting his name on the books. And then that's how we went into the break. Then in the second half, 4-1, Johan Espinosa once again, 52nd minute. 60th minute, Flavio Espinosa, 5-1. Then Anthony Cortez, second personal tally for the Moses Lake Chiefs forward, making it 5-2. And then at the very edge of the end of the game, Sergio Bravo making it 6-2. Interesting game in a number of different ways, Matt Wisen. This was You could see the difference in quality between the two sides, but in no time did it feel like a laugher. Did it feel like, oh, these guys are just toying with the Chiefs? They had to work for it.
Yeah, Moses Lake's a proud squad, and they're proud players, and they're going to work hard. We saw Anthony Cortez just hustling the whole game,
battling the whole way through.
And he's a dangerous player, and he found the net a couple times, or at least a couple times, and. It's not a team to take lightly. Eastmont is very talented, and as we saw, they had some more opportunities in 6 that they actually found. I was still impressed by Eastmont, and it's never easy in any game, and sometimes your toughest ones are the ones on paper that should be your easiest.
Absolutely. We have Flavio Espinosa with 2 goals. Johan Espinosa keeping his word. He kept his word to you. He told you he's going to try for 2 and got the 2. Then we have
He'll find it.
But what a player he is. Yep. He's fun to watch. My goodness. Well, folks, thank you so much for being with us. That's the end of our broadcast. On behalf of Becca Freemuth, Jay Seebeck, Jessica Medina, my partner Matt Wisen, and myself, Sebastián Moraga, I'm saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Boys High School Soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. We now return to regular programming on your source for sports in North Central Washington, the NCW Life Channel.